And welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, the hardest career series. Today's episode, we're going for an extended suborbital flight utilising the KX-1B. I'm going to be using the latest Strato carrier, which is a K52C. It's much larger, much wider wingspan, and an extended fuselage. And also for the KX-1B, we have a drop tank to extend the burn time of the main engine on the rocket plane. So it's going to be an extended suborbital test flight. Valentina's going to be in the KX-1B's cockpit. Jeb is going to be flying the Strato carrier, and alongside Jeb is our latest engineer, Sigfrid. So let's head to the desert airfield. Take a look around the aircraft first at the desert airfield, and then we shall begin today's mission. Okay, so once again at the desert airfield. It's like the same drill as before. Going to take off, head up to about 2.5 to 3 kilometers, begin the turn. Once the turn is complete towards KSC, we'll continue climbing to about, well, as close as we can to 10 kilometers. So the aircraft itself, as you can see, a modern layout for the undercarriage, a nose wheel rather than a tail wheel, and the 2 rear bogies rather than these 2 huge things that was here, attached to the underside of the wing. Slightly larger engines, same model as before, TFE 731s. So what we forgot to do, forgot to increase the size of the counterweight because we've got more weight in this drop tank. So oxidizing liquid fuel, so that should extend the burn time. 225 liquid fuel there. I've got 135 there. So about 20% extra burn time. And a longer fuselage, as you can see, for the Strato carrier. Fuel tanks being removed up here. Being left up there, these 2, because the wings are attached to those. However, underneath the aircraft, we have another one. That lowers the centre of mass beneath the centre of lift. Okay, so we've got Valentina. And Jeb's flying the Strato carrier, as I said, and Sigfrid is the engineer. And Val is in here. So we'll take a quick look. I'll do it through there. Of course, we could turn the battery on, but we won't. It should sort of recharge through the umbilical above us, but we won't risk it. Okay, let's get going. Yeah, not as it'll line up on the runway either. Yeah, so we are leaning over quite considerably over to the left. Slight oversight on the engineer's part. Not my fault at all. Okay, SAS on. It's got a full throttle. Okay, airspeed active. V1. Rotate nice and gently. Well, I said nice and gently. Yeah, we are rolling over considerably, aren't we? Yeah, a bit of an oversight, but never mind. Okay, so we'll climb up to about, well, close to 10 kilometers, but we'll make the turn first. Yeah, our man is out the way. We know we've got enough fuel. Vertical speed. Bank turn. SAS off. Use the auto throttle arm. So you can see the larger wingspan now. Hopefully we can actually hold 10 kilometers, at least as close to as 10 kilometers as we can get. It was rather prone to aerodynamic stalls before, especially at higher altitude. Okay, just about 9,647 meters. So just over 9.5 kilometers. So prepare for drop. So you should have your control on there. 150% of normal. Pitch, 150% again. We might have to bring that down a little bit, but we'll see. Should have roll control active on just these. Okay, let's check that again. Yeah. It should be the same. Okay, you're roll at 30. Unlock the main tank. There shouldn't be any fuel missing from this tank whatsoever, but there is 197. Didn't see that. $196. And drop tank is also down a little bit. Oxidizer shouldn't have been used at all, because there's no reason for these engines to use oxidizer. Okay, let's join valve. Okay, let's turn the battery on. Oh. Keep forgetting about that. For some reason you have it, it's a small window, but for some reason it seems to cover and activate tooltip block. Ignition light, pilot heat. So ignition is ready. Fuel pump should be switched on. Also ready to. Just a seat position. Don't need the cabin light. Okay. Let's bring this back up again for release. Okay, so here we go. Bring SAS on. So you may need to use it. Okay, so here we go. 3. Hang on a minute. Oh. Alright, where is it? Control from here. Okay. Oh, take a deep breath, Val. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'll switch over to Val. Okay, turn that off. I'll go to 25% throttle. 3, 2, 1. Let's me tap the key. There we go. got 30 degrees on pitch. Wings should be level. Okay, just covered 11 kilometers. Let's just throttle back a little bit. Okay, about 75–80%. So we'll try and keep this quite shallow. Ah, okay, so it's not actually taking fuel out of the... oh dear. Drop tank out. Liquid fuel out. Oh, so you can set the priority up in the aircraft hangar, but we neglected to do that. That'll be okay there. Because we've got some liquid fuel in the wings. Because once all liquid fuel's out the drop tank, we shall let it go. Okay, separate the drop tank. Ooh, a little bit too much. Yeah, not enough power. There's the aircraft just there. Or is it? Well, never mind. Jib will find his way back to the airfield, I'm sure. So we're slightly off target. Okay, let's head up a little bit. It's got 30 degrees on pitch. Okay, just about to pass 20 kilometers of the apparatus. I have to be careful with battery power. We've only got batteries on board this. We don't have any electric sort of charge or anything. Got no way of resupplying that if it runs out. Mach 1.8, 18.5 kilometers. Ah, somebody switched the sound off. Got 38 seconds worth of fuel remaining. Okay, let's go to prograde and throttle right back. Mach 5.4. 55 kilometers of the apparatus and 1 minute 18, 1 minute 20 seconds. We've got 48 seconds now at this throttle level. Come to 60 kilometers of the apparatus, 1 minute 35 seconds. As soon as it goes above 70 kilometers, we shall cut the motor. Okay. 74.02. Obviously, it's coming back down because we're still inside the atmosphere. Okay. So about 2 minutes and 50 or so seconds we shall burn at the apoapsis. See if we can bring the periapsis up just above the apsis. We don't want it to be too high because obviously the steeper your re-entry angle is, the more heating you experience. We don't know whether this is actually capable of doing. We know the nose cone, like I said, is capable of coming in at 3,200 Kelvin, but the wings aren't. And it's so much of a space plane if you lose your wings. Okay, a few seconds. We'll burn now. Okay, 25% throttle. Can we just manage to do it? Don't want to strand Valentin in orbit. "50 seconds. Alright, so that's that. Okay, SS off to save electric charge. We'll turn the autopilot off when it comes to holding the wings level as well. Okay, so that's we've done an extra test flight outside of the episode, so this is the third flight. We're still in the first flight with the drop tank on. It was actually supposed to be for the Mach 4 airspeed record, but just thought maybe. We've only got 3 seconds worth of fuel at full throttle. It should be just enough to bring this down just inside the atmosphere. Obviously, I'm going to be going around a few times. Okay, 25 seconds. Go to retro. Doesn't matter about roll. Okay, 12 seconds. It's a tiny touch. Okay, inside the atmosphere. Down to about 50. I'm not coming down too sharply. Okay, so it's my best guess. Okay, 30 minutes to the apoapsis again. So 30 minutes and 40 minutes to the... so I would say... within 5 minutes we'll be entering the atmosphere. So turn on to prograde. Okay, if we bring the angle of attack of the nose above the horizon far enough, not too far, but just far enough, we should be able to drag that down and begin dragging the apparatus down, so that comes down inside the atmosphere as well. Okay, so we've just dipped inside the atmosphere. Doing well over 2 kilometers a second, Mach 7.2. Okay, so we're going to be skimming through the atmosphere at quite high altitude for quite some time while we bleed all this energy off. For some reason I can't hold using the actual autopilot on the wings level, so I've got to do that manually. As long as you pitch up, for some reason it gets rather confused and starts to try to yaw the aircraft off. So I'll leave about 20 degrees. As we hit the thicker part of the atmosphere, as we start to get re-entry heating, we should be about 40 degrees by then. Okay, so we're electric charge. I've got a little bit of fuel. So it looks like we might be coming down into an undesirable location. We've already discussed that, like here. We could hold level and just use the throttle. It's only got a few seconds though. But it might just kick us just over into the ocean. So we can splash down rather than crash. So I want to try to recover this. You know, it's the first one it's done a suborbital. It's also the first one done an orbital now. So I want to try to recover it again. Okay, so slowing down quite rapidly. Just under at 450 meters a second, Mach 1.5. I don't want to stall, so I'll store the brakes again. Let's keep airspeed active. Bring the nose down. Okay. Okay, air brakes deployed again. Go and deploy these. Extra air brakes. Spoilers. (156), 150 meters a second. 500 meters, just coming down. Mach 0.4. Okay, not too bad. Nose down a little bit. That's better. 200 meters. Redeploy air brakes. So doing quite a speed. Okay. SES off. Phew. A bit hairy back there because it was actually passing over land. I used up the rocket motors too empty, so I emptied the tanks too early. If I'd waited crossing over the that landmass, I could have just kicked it a little bit further over. Got a little bit, I had to pull up slightly. Which of course caused more braking. But that's not too bad. Okay, go ahead and recover Valentina. So that's the first orbital flight. It's only basically suborbital, but nothing broke off, nothing melted. So these parts are obviously capable of coming at least from a very shallow orbit anywhere. Okay, let's go ahead and recover Valentina. Okay, so that is the, well, it was supposed to be suborbital, but it turned into an orbital flight of our rocket plane. So it's fully recovered, intact, and Valentina's alive. Yeah, no experience. That's fine. No new ribbons. Okay. Alright, so that proves, or almost proves conclusively, that the X-1B can actually take the heating from the atmosphere at Mach 4. So next episode I'm going to be attempting a Mach 4 airspeed challenge. I'm going to begin the Mach 4 airspeed challenge quest. So I'm going to be testing this aircraft once again, the X-1B. I'm going to drop it from the stratocar just like we have this episode. I'm going to be trying to get to Mach 4. I have to remain in straight level flight for so many seconds at Mach 4. But also I have to be underneath the altitude of 25 kilometers. And obviously for the contract itself, a quick look at it. If it actually lets me. For the contract itself to be complete, you have to land it again. We have to land it anywhere. So it doesn't have to be back at KSC. We have to land it. And obviously roughly capable it is not. So we can't just go land it on any terrain. So, certified pilot. Yep, they're definitely certified. Have wings. Not have any solid rocket motors. With named engines. So we can't have SRBs. We can't have air breathing engines. It's got to be a rocket engine. So that's above 25,000 meters. 22.5 kilometers. Ah, so it's 35. How did I say it's 25 kilometers? But it's below 35. Oh, right, excellent. Okay, I misread that. So 35 kilometers. 12 faster, 1,372 meters per second. With less than 50 meters a second vertical speed. So that's slightly more than the previous airspeed challenges, which were about 10, I believe. And we've got to land again. The land doesn't stop anywhere. Doesn't say splash down. So we're not going to take that just yet. Because quite obviously, the X-1B cannot land. It needs to be modified, larger air brakes. In fact, substantially larger air brakes so we can slow ourselves down. Okay, but that is the first orbit with our space plane. Alright, so that's all we've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click like. It's appreciated. Also, if you wish to leave a comment or ask a question, you are more than welcome to do so. If I do have a moderator team who go through the comments and questions before they're handed to me, also enabled on the channel. So it can take a while for me to get back to you. I apologise if I don't manage to, because obviously sometimes I've run out of time. Alright, if you do enjoy the content, clicking the subscribe button and sharing the content is also very much appreciated and does help the channel grow. We also have Discord, Facebook and Twitter. You find it to all three of those platforms on the banner front page of the channel. Okay, once again, thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. In the meantime, as always, take care and bye-bye.